Good evening again, everyone, for those online.
Good evening.
This is an open public meeting of the Neptune Township Board of Education. In accordance with Chapter 231, Public Law of 1975, adequate advance written notice of the meeting was made by posting the schedule of meetings in the main floor lobby of the Board of Education Administrative Offices and by delivery to the Asbury Park Press, the Coaster, and the Neptune Township Municipal Clerk. Advance electronic notice has been made on the district's website, consistent with bylaw 0164.6. In order to abide by the Open Public Meetings Act, Board of Education members may use their digital devices to follow the agenda, report out from meetings, and to view agenda background materials, but not to communicate with each other or anyone outside of this meeting. Fire exits are located in the direction indicated. In case of fire, you will be signaled by bell and/or public address system. If so alerted, please move in a calm, orderly fashion to the nearest exit. Pursuant to state statute NJSA 26:3D17 and the Neptune Township Board of Education Policy Regulation 7434, no smoking is permitted on Board of Education property. As a reminder, Neptune Township School District is a community for all learners where we value opportunity, diversity, and accountability. Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez?
Here.
Ms. Harris?
Here.
Ms. Hoffman?
Here.
Mr. Hubbard?
Here.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Morgan?
Here.
Ms. Freer?
Here.
Ms. Thompson?
Here.
Ms. Lashley?
Excused.
Ms. Jackson? Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Please also note administration that is present. At this time, we will have a moment of silence. If you would join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. Please join me in saluting our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So we thank our Shark River Hill students for being the loudest and doing our pledge today. Okay, so good evening again. We will move forward with our student government remarks by Ms. Terry.
So for the art students of the month, we have Mary and Jean for chorus. And then moving on to our regular students of the month, we have for freshmen, Daniel Shoup, for our sophomores, Danny Harris, for our juniors, Urchel Jerome, and then for our seniors, Jessica Oterio. Then for the sports update, tryout for winter sports is going on now for some of the teams, and other teams have already started like with practices and matches and stuff. And then in terms of other news, the fall play Rumors took place and it was incredible. The cast and crew did a very amazing job putting the show together. Members of the varsity club helped collect food at the ShopRite in connection with radio broadcast for the people. Carol Lorano, Luke Astoria, and Samantha Peralta played in the NJ Wind and Jazz Honors Ensemble at TCNJ. Jack Gamba Ellis took part in the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade as a member of the Macy's All-American Band. Members of ASU, cheerleaders, and the National Honor Society served Thanksgiving dinner on Thanksgiving at Sebastian Village. Members of the World Travel Club, National Honor Society cheerleaders, and the ASU wrote messages of hope and placed them in blankets to be distributed to the Jersey Shore Rescue Mission. ROTC competition for the first-year cadets. The cadets placed second in armed drill, third in unarmed drill, third in color guard, and first for the individual close order drill. ROTC also competed at the Area 2 orienteering competition and placed third. And the Student Council will be hosting a blood drive tomorrow for the staff and students to donate. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hope that everyone will govern themselves accordingly and support tomorrow's blood drive. At this time, we welcome our showcase, our students from Shark River Hills and Mr. Loveland.
Mr. Loveland, should we go out there?
Sure. Would that be too much?
That wouldn't be too much.
So need some wheels.
Good evening, everybody. So at Shark River Hills this year, we've adopted a new program called the Bucket Filler Program. And the idea is that everybody has an invisible bucket inside that's full of joy. And you can either do things to fill other people's buckets, or you can do things that are not kind that dip into people's buckets. And so the students learn to be bucket fillers instead of bucket dippers. And so they work with Ms. Smith, who refuses to come up, our guidance counselor. She's done an excellent job teaching this program along with our other SEL program, which is called Second Step. So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to our students. We have some very brave students who turned down dance and all sorts of other fun things tonight to be here to present. And these are some of our third graders, and they're going to read out from this book, which is Bucket Filling A to Z. They're just going to give you a quick sample.
Good evening. Good morning.
It's okay, Joe.
Good evening. The third grade will tell you how to fill buckets from A to Z. A is for ask. Ask if you can give some help to your teacher, mom, or dad. You will be so very proud, and they will be so glad. B is for B. Be a bucket filler to your sisters and your brothers, your classmates and your teachers, your neighbors and all others. C is for cheer. Cheer up a friend who's feeling sad or someone with a frown. You can tell a funny joke or dress up like a clown. D is for donate. Donate means to give away some clothing, food, or toys. Giving to a special group helps other boys and girls. E is for excited. Excited to fill buckets. You're a bucket filler star. Today and night and always, no matter where you are. F is for friends. Friends will keep your bucket full. Have fun or just hang out. To have a friend, be a friend, that's without a doubt. G is for give. Give someone a big bright smile or a little of your time. These are very welcome gifts that won't cost you a dime. H is for heroes. Heroes look out for others. They are shining light. They use their words to speak up when something isn't right. I is for invite. Invite someone who's new to join in all the fun. Their bucket will be filled because of what you've done. J is for joyful. Joyful is the meaning of feeling your grandma gives to you when you give her a hug. She's hugging you back too. K is for kindness. Kindness leads to happiness. It will brighten up your day. The thoughtful things you say and do will chase the blues away.
All right, thank you. Please.
She says, my goodness. Girl, her little daughter's funny. She said, this.
Let's give another round of applause for Shark.
Have a good night.
We will move to Mrs. Morgan for approval of the minutes.
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve the minutes of the work session of October 16th, 2023, and a regular meeting of October 18th, 2023. So moved.
Second. It's been moved by Mrs. Morgan, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez?
Aye.
Ms. Harris?
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman?
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Freer?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President?
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. It's now time for our public forum. Oftentimes, it may appear to our audience that the Board of Education takes action with very little comment and in many cases by unanimous vote. Before a matter is placed on the agenda at a public meeting, administration has thoroughly reviewed the matter with the superintendent of schools. If the superintendent of schools is satisfied that the matter is ready to be presented to members of the Board of Education, it is then referred to the appropriate board committee. The members of the board committee work with administration and the superintendent to assure that members fully understand the matter. When the committee is satisfied with the matter, it is then presented to the Board of Education for discussion before any final action is taken. Only then is it placed on the agenda for action at a public meeting. All personnel motions are at the recommendation of the superintendent. All agenda postings are available for public review. In rare instances, matters are presented to the Board of Education for discussion at the same meeting that final action may be taken. Time will be allocated now for public comment. Each speaker will be allotted 3 minutes when recognized by the presiding officer. Individuals wishing to address the board shall be recognized by the presiding officer and shall give their names, addresses, and the group, if any, that they represent. Although the board encourages public participation, it reserves the right through its presiding officer to terminate remarks to and/or by any individual not in keeping with the conduct of a proper and efficient meeting. The board will not respond to questions during the public participation portion of this meeting involving the employment, appointment, termination of employment, negotiations, terms and conditions of employment, evaluation of the performance of, promotion, or disciplining of any specific prospective or current employee. The floor is now open for public comment. If you would like to comment, please come forward at this time.
Hey, everyone again.
Good evening.
Nice to see everyone. Gary Layton, retired staff member. I have a few items of educational news which you may or may not be aware of. In the state of California, they recently passed a law mandating the learning of cursive writing, which makes you wonder why they ever dropped it in the first place. Somebody finally woke up and said, hey, wait a minute, our kids can't even sign a check. They can't even sign a medical form, where especially the ones that say print, and then sign your name below it. Why they would cripple the kids and send them out ill-prepared is beyond me. I don't know what's happening in New Jersey, but I know I had one of my granddaughters was visiting a while ago, and I left her a note because she was sleeping late. And I said, I'll be right back. I returned, and she said she couldn't read my note. I said, we're getting a car. I drove right up to Barnes & Noble. We bought 2 books on cursive writing. I said, we're going to sit right here with you. We're going to work until you wear out 3 pencils. So I hope that doesn't happen here. I see the governor's wife just recently got into news. She wants to add climate change to math and English, as if they didn't have enough trouble trying to teach good math and English to begin with. Science wasn't enough, not social studies. All of a sudden, she's an educator and she has the input into curriculum. Great. What a great idea that is, huh? In the state of Oregon, they recently, I don't know if you saw this, they voted to drop all education requirements or proficiency in English and math to graduate from high school. Can you imagine that? Sending kids out into the world, being able to just sleep through 4 years of high school and still graduate with a diploma. Now, how does that serve the kids? They are out of this world. And one of my daughters lives out there. I said, what glue are they sniffing where they would vote for something like that? Also, I just want one more final thing. I've been a member of the NJEA for 56 years, and I still am. But I disagree with one thing they just took a stand on, and I have to write to Sean Spiller, who is the president. He wants to eliminate the basic proficiency in math and English to qualify for a teaching certificate. Can you imagine that? Why would you dumb down the profession? Why would you turn an honorable profession into just another job? Now kids can sit in class and say, oh, why should I listen to that person? They may not even be proficient in English at all. So I think this is a terribly dumb idea. Also appeared in the press. So I'll be writing to Sean Spiller and see what his reaction is. All right. So anyway, it's just a warning that, you know, be on guard against that. Meanwhile, glad to see you all. And
Okay.
I wish I had jollier news, but wish you all a wonderful holiday. Thank you for listening.
And thank you for the update, as always. Is there anyone else who would like to speak?
My name is Chelsea Brunson, and I live at 2 Jonathan Place in Neptune. I bought a house in Neptune. I grew up here. So I just wanted to say, and it's a question, really. I really wanted to ask, is there any programs in our district for entrepreneurship? And is there any programs in our district for leadership, as far as like leadership councils or young emerging leaders? These are programs that I promote throughout Hudson County because I was up there for a while, but I would love to see that here at home. And I also wanted to know if financial literacy being taught even in the younger grades. So I teach my children about budgets and everything. You see, they're really little. So I wanted to know, like, can we bring this to our children? And if so, how can I be more involved? So that's pretty much what I wanted to say.
Okay, so I'll defer to Dr. Crater to answer those questions.
I'm excited to hear that you would like to be involved. And I think I have a longer answer than we have right now. Yes to all of those. We have components of entrepreneurship in various programs throughout our district. Financial literacy, yes. And what was the other thing? Leadership.
Leadership.
Yeah, we have lots of opportunity for leadership. Do we have a formal program, standalone program? No, but I would love to talk to you further.
Okay.
So give my office a call and you and I can sit down.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else who would like to comment? Okay, seeing none, our public comment is now closed. We will move to our superintendent's report.
Thank you, Madam President. We have a few shout outs and announcements. Congratulations to our 2 middle school and high school VFW Citizenship Education Teacher Awards. Middle school was Lauren Hallgring. High school was Tim Jobs. Congratulations to both of them. Paulette Fox from the middle school has been named the part of the 23-24 Civically Engaged District Project cohort. Congratulations to her as well. Michelle Beekman's kindergarten class was Tools of the Mind featured Twitter class in October. You can see that online. We have a lot of music news, and Milani addressed some of them, but Scarlet Sound, under the leadership of Ms. Radvansky, has been invited to return to Ocean Grove Homeowners Association to perform over the holidays. I think that is on the 16th. And next week on the 6th, Scarlet Sound has been invited to perform at the Vogel in Red Bank as part of the Christmas tribute to Charlie Brown. We're looking forward to that. Milani mentioned Jack Gamba Ellis was in the Thanksgiving Day parade, the Macy's Day Parade. We had, as Milani said, several students who were selected for the TCNJ Honors Wind Ensemble. At Midtown, Nurse Sarah Gogan, psychologist Lindsay Schmedding, Dr. Alphone, reached out to the Monmouth County Commissioner Lucida and Freehold Director Arnone, as well as Ms. Taylor, the president of the National Coalition of Negro Women, to secure grant funding for specialized equipment for screening hearing and vision of our special needs students at Midtown. They were able to secure that funding through Mr. Vicolo, who is the CEO of Miami Heat Basketball. So that contribution was over $13,000, and we're excited about that. And that was it, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Crater. We have a lot of exciting things going on in our district. Ms. Jones, can you move our superintendent's report, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under Superintendent's Report as per document A, items 1 to 12. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Jones, seconded by Mr. Hubbard. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Puryear,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Mr. Hubbard, can you give us an operations update, please?
Thank you, Madam President. We met on, the Operation Committee met on November 20th at 4 p.m. Present, myself, Ms. Hoffman, Ms. Jones, Ms. Jackson, Dr. Crater, Mr. Scholar, and Mr. Leonard. And in finance, the Department of Agriculture conducted a desk audit. A minor correction to the dates of the summer feeding program will be reflected in the corrective action plan required. That the district auditors are working on validating enrollment and tuition data with the completing the annual audit file to be uploaded on December the 5th deadline, by the December 5th deadline. Facility winter equipment has been serviced in advance of inclement weather, which I'm hoping we don't get any. Building inspection is in accordance with the QSAC's guidance and ongoing. An HVAC project are in design phase. And the transportation and annual report of the transported student has been successfully submitted to the Department of Education. Agenda items will include emergency bus evacuation routes and quotes. Thank you, Madam President.
Board members, any questions? Mr. Hubbard, can you move on items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved, the Board of Education approve item recommended by the superintendent under finance as per document B1, item 1 through 13. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Hubbard, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Puryear,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Hoffman, can you move our transportation items?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under transportation as per document B3, items 1 through 5. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Hoffman, seconded by Ms. Jones. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Puryear,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Puryear, can you give us an update in education, please?
Yes, education meeting was held on November 21st at 4 o'clock. We were given our points of pride, which everyone has already had by Dr. Milloway. We require board approval tonight for revised 2023-2024 professional development plan and the revised 2024-25 preschool operational plan and the Prevention First Memorandum of Agreement. This plan is an agreement for health services between Prevention First and Neptune from January 1st, 2024 to December 31st, 2024, with 3 one-year renewal options. And this will result in the implementation of the following programs: ALS, PALS, and Life Skills for the year 2024, both for elementary school, and the Character Counts, which is middle school. We had a course proposal for the month were United States History 1 and 2 for multilingual learners. We also were told that the high school has been given the opportunity to implement the teen-to-teen mental health first aid. This is at no cost to our district. We've been awarded the New Jersey Preschool Inclusive Education Projects Grant, and this will entitle Neptune to free professional development aimed at our early childhood professionals. Meeting was adjourned at 4:35. Are there any questions?
Okay, seeing none, Mrs. Fernandez, can you move our education special comments?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve item recommended by the superintendent under education special projects as per document C1, item 1. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Fernandez, seconded by
Thompson.
Ms. Thompson. I didn't recognize the voice. Thank you. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Freer,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Ms. Puryear, can you move our special education items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under special education as per document C2, items 1 through 2. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Puryear, seconded by Mrs. Fernandez. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris, Ms.
Aye.
Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Freer,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Mrs. Hoffman, can you move our student activities item, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve item recommended by the superintendent under student activities as per document C3, item 1. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Hoffman, seconded by Mrs. Thompson. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Freer,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Jackson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Mrs. Morgan, can you give us an update on personnel, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam President. The committee met on November 20th at 5 o'clock. We discussed transfers, vacant positions, and leaves of absence. At this point, there are very few vacancies at this time. We also discussed the fact that the high school principal interviews were underway. Candidates moved through multiple rounds of interviews. The first round of interviews were intended to screen candidates, and a variety of staff members took part in this initial round. This allowed for a more inclusive process as staff members were given a voice in the process of screening candidates, and feedback was positive regarding this interview process. We also discussed reapproving the mentor handbook. Revisions include having new teachers meet with their mentors more frequently at the start of the school year. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Mrs. Morgan. Any questions, board members? Okay, so before we vote on the personnel items, I would like to say that I'm very pleased that when Dr. Crater informed the board on Monday that our internal candidate was by far the strongest and recommended candidate. The board moved forward with approval and unanimously. We were very excited by that. We thank Dr. Rogo for all that she has done for our district, and we are excited to move forward in support of Mr. Decker as part of the board and the district's collective commitment to our students' education. Ms. Harris, can you move our personnel items, please?
Thank you, Madam President. Be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under personnel as per document D1, items 1 through 26, including items, which ones are these? These are the ones that we just got today.
1 through 26.
1 through 26 is inclusive? Okay, thank you. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Ms. Harris, seconded by Mrs. Fernandez. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard,
Aye.
Ms. Jones,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Freer,
I abstain from 2, 4, and 15, and aye for all the others.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Ms. Thompson,
Aye.
Madam President.
Mr. Leonard, and please join me in congratulating Mr. Decker as a Okay, we will move to Mrs. Thompson for our schedule of meetings.
Madam President, be it resolved that the Board of Education approve items recommended by the superintendent under document C. So moved.
Second.
It's been moved by Mrs. Thompson, seconded by Ms. Puryear. Board members, any questions? Mr. Leonard, roll call, please.
Ms. Fernandez,
Aye.
Ms. Harris,
Aye.
Ms. Hoffman,
Aye.
Mr. Hubbard?
Aye.
Ms. Collins?
Aye.
Ms. Morgan?
Aye.
Ms. Brayer?
Aye.
Ms. Thompson?
Aye.
Ms. Jackson?
Aye.
Madam President.
Thank you, Mr. Leonard. Old business. I don't think we have any old business. I'll just say that on Monday, the board underwent training for team building. And we actually, New Jersey school boards did a escape room, for those who've ever done an escape room. I have to say that we got out. We got the clues right. We worked together and went very well.
And we had time left.
That's right. We had about 12 minutes left. We had time left.
Yeah, we had
So
time
we
left.
did very well together, so we're appreciative of that. Board members, any new board business?
Madam President, I would just like to just take a liberty for a moment. I personally just would like to extend my congratulations to Mr. Decker. As a fellow school administrator and also a parent who benefited from the leadership of both Dr. Rogo and Mr. Decker, I could not be more pleased, but with also it being bittersweet seeing Dr. Rogo leave. I could not be more pleased to leave my youngest child in the leadership of your very capable hands. So I personally could not be more thrilled to see you. I know that you will greatly benefit this high school community as Dr. Rogo does exit. So thank you, Dr. Rogo. I'm very grateful for your service and dedication to my two children and as well as the entire community. And the partnership between the two of you was always remarkable. And I'm thrilled to see that you will be leading the ship here at the high school. Thank you very much.
Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Yep.